Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we're going to talk a little bit Monopoly, a little bit left-right for just a moment, because a lot of people are probably wondering, Jason, you usually don't cover this stuff, socialism, this type of Pop-Tart garbage, but there are a few things in this that I think are really important. Number one, with this Monopoly game, let's just talk about Monopoly for a second as a game. Generationally now, who is it for? It's for older people. It's really not for kids. Kids do not play Monopoly unless they're playing it with their family, with their parents, which we'll get to in a moment. This game right here is a parody game. So in other words, it's not really promoting socialism. And this has people on the left so upset and they're outraged. This isn't how socialism really works. But what it is doing, in my opinion, because obviously the run on this is going to be small, the market is very niche, is it's kind of promoting an agenda of who the enemy still is. And what do I mean by that? Well, right now, there is still a very heavy agenda to overthrow Maduro in Venezuela and to demonize, quote unquote, socialists. So what we're really talking about is an advocation for what? Imperialism in other countries. Globalist intervention on behalf of the fact that we can't let socialism rise to what? Communism. And who are the two now new main enemies in the media? Well, nation states, it's China and Russia, China and Russia, China and Russia, Russia and China, Russia and China. So this just getting that press, promoting that ideology, because what's this going to be? This is going to be like a joke office gift or something somebody gets somebody at a Christmas party, right? Like a Secret Santa, and they're going to get the right-wing guy, the Monopoly. Oh, have fun with your friends. Or maybe on a holiday you might play it with your teenage daughter or son that you see leaning left and you're right. Make them sit down and see, this is how ridiculous it is. But on the other flip side of that, obviously it's being mocked by Fox News. I mean, look at these people. and it doesn't deserve outrage. Let me show you what does deserve a little bit of outrage. That I actually did a story on. Man, let's scroll some of it through these videos because, guys, we're doing them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day. And this isn't a very much older video. In fact, I'm wondering if I did it for We Are Change. I don't think I did. There it is right there. Who needs money? Monopoly goes cashless. Now, I don't know if you remember this story, but this one was kind of important because where I was just talking about an older demographic, right? People that vote, promoting propaganda against Venezuela, China, Russia, showing they're the enemy again and again and again and again, playing into those left-right politics, right? And what's that doing? That's promoting military interventionism. That's promoting the idea that somebody in another nation is your enemy because they live in another nation. That doesn't let you judge a person or the people around them by the content of their character, does it? It generalizes because they might have a certain political ideology. But here we have something a lot different. Now, this is for kids. And again, although most kids don't play Monopoly, now we have cashless Monopoly. And this is a little more attractive. It's got the lights, it's got the little hat in the middle, right? There's no money. And it's so much easier to play. Nobody can cheat anymore. And we'll get to that aspect in a moment. And people will be, isn't that great, Jason? Nobody can cheat anymore. No, this is also predictive programming. Not to, propagandize a certain region, nation, political ideology, but to prepare you for the cashless society control grid. Now, I didn't bring up the TikTok video that's going around, but everybody by now has seen a woman use her facial recognition at a vending machine to pay for something and then get it vended. That is what they are attempting to do in the future. That's next level. Now, we've all been trained with our little credit cards. And this, however, is something I can see smaller children playing with their brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, etc., etc. It's, again, you have all these novelty ones, the Simpsons version I've seen out there. I think there's a My Little Pony, etc., etc. They're all over the place. But this one, especially with voice banking, what else is it training you to do? Alexa, Siri, and those devices are everywhere. My God, my sister downstairs at least is kind of aware of those problems. But then, the kids are always using Alexa. I don't let them use it when I'm around. I don't like it. I don't like smart speakers. I don't have any of those in my homes. And I get it. This little pocket device, we've talked about it. It's spying on me. It's using ACR, et cetera, et cetera. But this is training you to be subservient to AI, in my opinion. All right? Think about it. Your voice banking, control it all with your voice. You got your little Echo speaker, and that's great. And the next level of that are these facial recognition devices that are going to be coming into homes via Google and Facebook. Those are the two competitors, but Amazon's going to have a device too. And this is basically a tablet that's set up on a motorized device that uses facial recognition, follows you around. And instead of just FaceTiming somebody with your phone and talking, now, this is going to be the new home phone, only it's always going to be on. It's always going to be following your behavior. It's always going to be listening to what is around you, okay? And whether or not those are going to actual people at this point is almost a moot point, right? It's almost irrelevant. Like we just went over the story earlier this week where Microsoft got caught again transcribing random conversations that should not have been triggered by Cortana. Well, I've been covering it before it was Cortana, back when it was just the Connect program. And they were openly talking about working with the military then. Openly. It's all on my channel. I actually have those videos on my channel from almost a decade ago. Okay? So if you don't think, listen, first of all, this military-industrial complex is so involved with private corporations. The CIA, the NSA, the FBI, those are almost, again, kind of like dinosaur agencies. It really is the Booz Allen Hamiltons. Even, the privatized networks like Stratfor and such, where they source out a lot of this stuff. Meanwhile, companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook are taking in data at such a rate and building profiles on you to kind of build up this cashless society control grid that, again, we're all being trained to use. Isn't it so much more convenient, Jason, that I can just use my voice to buy something or my face to buy something? I don't actually want to look at the product. Alexa, reorder that shampoo I like. And then it'll say the shampoo or whatever. And it just comes, right? Not only, hey, 2-day delivery. There's a lot of 1-day delivery now on Amazon. It's all over the place. We're in. It's here. You betcha. So, we've already been trained to use these cards. They're now, forget about just voice, they're now promoting the chip, guys. The actual consumer brain chip, Neuralink, Elon Musk. I urge you to watch my videos on that. I don't know why anybody would want something that cannot be taken out when, again, we have wearables that are already doing human brain computer interfacing. Look it up. Again, we've covered it here. DARPA is already created a device that is a wearable for soldiers to control drones. So why in the world would I want a Bluetooth device in my brain when I don't need it wired into my brain? But you want it to have access. You want to tether 4 synthetic fibers into my nervous system. Can't make this stuff up, guys, and that's why I'm doing it 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 times a day. I'm going to be out of town starting tomorrow through Monday, but we're going to definitely have some old school stuff uploaded, and maybe we'll do some live streams in between everything I've got to take care of for sure. If you're new to the Burmis Brigade, if this is something different that you've come upon, please subscribe, thumbs this up, share it with others, and I'm doing this with your help. We're at 397. I'd like to be a little bit farther along because I think we're almost a week in on this, but that's okay because I think that we're going to get there. We got to start pushing out a little bit more content. We're going to have Patrick Henningsen on next week. I'm trying to arrange for Whitney Webb to come on regarding her newest piece in that Epstein series, as well as facilitate that debate between Gabe Hoffman and her regarding the intelligence connections. I just tweeted out a really interesting piece by Rick Sanchez, RT, and George Galloway that I think is worth checking out. So you can also follow me on Twitter, as you've seen right there with that app. But really interesting piece. Go check that out as well. And I will be doing videos all day, guys, so I'll see you on the flip.